All right, guys, welcome to the Chokehold Chat. Just finished watching the UFC Fight Night in Shanghai. Also, I'm sorry for starting the podcast with I'm gonna try not to do that anymore. So, UFC Shanghai, Johnny Walker kind of exposes Zhang. I mean, it was weird watching him like take those leg kicks and then really have no poker face at all. And it seemed like he was in the fight. Johnny Walker was on the wrong end like of a lot of exchanges, and it was kind of weird how I guess you could chalk that up to inexperience. How he just he just didn't sell his body language very well, and then Johnny Walker kind of just gets all over him and finishes the fight, and that was that. I mean, I told you guys earlier in the week that it was 50-50, and that's what it was, 50-50. Zhang controlled the first round, and Walker steals the second and just takes the fight, and that's that. There's not really much to say about that. I guess we'll just see where Johnny Walker goes after this. I'll make another video later in the week about potential matchups for people after. But, yeah, Johnny Walker spoils the homecoming. Kind of funny, too, to be watching this in the morning. I just woke up. Also, too, quick side note, the ESPN app, I'm so glad we're going to Paramount because it sucks. I mean, I knew that Johnny Walker won the fight even before I started the main card. I went to the main card on ESPN Plus and then just started the main card off. But right away, like as soon as I opened the app, I didn't open YouTube, I didn't open nothing before starting the fights because I didn't want anything to be spoiled. I opened the ESPN app right away, top highlights. Walker does both. I didn't even read it, I didn't look at it, but obviously if Walker has a highlight, he won the fight. So it was just like, damn. So, it was already spoiled. ESPN app just garbage, but I'm actually having trouble rewatching the prelims right now. So this will just be the top three fights. I mean, the top three fights are only the ones that you guys want to hear about anyways. Co-main event actually goes through. Aljamain Sterling fights Brian Ortega. Aljo looked great. 50-45'd him. Ortega had his moments, but he waited too long. I mean, if he would have fought like he was fighting in the third round from the first round, it would have probably been a different fight, but he probably was wary of his gas tank. But Aljo looked pretty good on the feet. Aljo looked good on the feet on the first two rounds. And, I mean, the Chinese crowd didn't really seem like they were digging it so much in the first couple rounds, but I don't really think that was Aljo's fault. Ortega just wasn't opening up. And then Ortega starts opening up, and the fight is kind of, round to round, it's kind of swinging. It could swing Ortega, it could swing Sterling, but Sterling is kind of having the bigger moments, hitting him back, snapping his head back, getting takedowns. So kind of like a vintage performance from Aljo. And then he calls out Volkanovski after. I'll give you guys my thoughts on that later in the week. But yeah, Aljo gets a win. I'm happy for him. And Ortega gotta go up to 55. He missed weight by that much. 153. It's like a poor guy. But he signed the contract for 145. He should have made the weight, and that's that. But all in all, pretty entertaining fight. Good striking, good grappling and stuff. It was entertaining. And then Sergey Pavlovich versus Salsa Boy. Salsa Boy does irritate me that he likes to like showboat and stuff. He was even kind of mildly showboating in this fight in areas where it's just like, dude, you're not winning. You're not winning the fight. You're not winning these exchanges. Why are you taunting? You gotta like throw some combinations together. I could hear his corner combinations like, and I mean Sergey looked good. He looked really good. I like Sergey. I'm glad that he's winning again, and he's not just like the turning into the ghost of Sergey Pavlovich. So happy for him. And that one is more interesting on where these fighters go next, because the heavyweight division's kind of a mess. So that'll be fun to talk about on the video later. But happy for Sergey to get the win. I didn't really want to see Waldo Salsa Boy point fight at heavyweight and taunt his way to a decision again for his 6th straight win, and then maybe get like a title shot after that. I wasn't loving his style. I like Sergey's style. So yeah, those are the fights. Thanks for sticking by for my reaction. I know it's not an instant reaction, but bear with me, guys. Hey! I know you didn't want me to stay up until, 6 a.m. to give it to you. So thanks, and I'll talk to you guys later in the week.